so I can play it whenever I start some shit.
All right.
What
We're
up?
officially live. If you
Live.
wouldn't mind giving this a share,
Oh yeah. YouTube.
copy this up onto the Twitter.
You got to go dig those holes. Humble.
All right. There we go. This is called. Oh, I'm getting a little blurry, are we? All right. One Piece 957, The Ultimate Fallout. This chapter right here is absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna get it up again just because I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna bring stuff up that I thought about over the time and this, that, and the third. All right. So, anything you want that stands out that you wanted to talk about? Like, first off, that like really caught you and made you go, God damn. Aside from the bounties. Oh, there we go. Hello? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Is this? Hello? All right. Yeah, I can't hear. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, goddamn, dude. That is balls. Oh, there we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened the first time. I was having a whole conversation.
Here, hey, Ari, why don't you try? Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you try what he did? Then we'll pop in and out.
You can still hear me, right?
That's fine. I don't need everybody to show up. I got somebody here. I could do this alone if I needed to, but the idea is that the invitation is always available.
Valen.
What's up?
I'll just make sure you can hear me.
Yep.
I'm gonna waste my spit again. But yeah, fucking to your question you was asking about the chapter. You said it was anything that stuck out?
Mm-hmm.
Basically. For me, like you were saying yesterday, I kind of downplayed Garp because of his age, just like I did with Whitebeard. And I like being proven wrong because it gives me a lot to think about now when it comes to how these people, interact with the world around them. I knew Garp was strong. Obviously, the whole, being rivals to Gold Roger and shit is a big old feat. But I think a lot of people put a lot of stock into old age, making you or bringing you down. But I think people also, even like since he's old now, they even brought down his legend a little bit because Oda likes to play with our perception and shit about how shit went down. And I think
Absolutely.
one of the prevailing theories, because of his play with perspective, was that Garp didn't even really bring Gold Roger in, or there was a whole bunch of shit that kind of like a Smoker Alabasta situation. Like, yeah, maybe he wasn't as useless, but he wasn't as useful. Like maybe it was somewhere in the middle. But from what we've seen here, he overshot our expectations. I don't know if anyone was expecting him and Gold Roger to teamed up, but there was some crazy shit in this chapter that kind of helped bolster the legend. I found it weird though that the thing was only 38 years old, and these older people that was in the room with Sengoku still didn't hear about it. Like there was like got to be like 34-year-old men that didn't even hear about the shit.
Well, also the idea is you'd have had to been like actively in the government at that time because they kept it hush hush. You know what I mean? It was very much a big old government secret.
Even with word of mouth gone, like it was that covered up. There was no like little leakings and whispers anywhere because they said it wasn't like, even whispered about.
They know like that Garp is a hero. You know what I mean? They know that part.
But that was for Gold Roger.
Yo, Jay, what's up? Yo, hop in if you want. I'll put the link in the chat. You can just pop in if you're able to. But yeah, man, this.
But not for the Rocks fight. Like everything we was talking about now was a Rocks fight and Rocks being a thing, and you know people know about Garp the hero for taking in Gold Roger, but the whole fight with Rocks and Rocks even being a thing, you know, was fucking almost lost to history.
Well, no, because remember he said in the chapter that this incident, the God Valley incident, is what made him the hero of the Marines, and he's still the hero of the Marines. So they still have to have some like. I think it's more like myth and legend because he doesn't talk about it, and most people probably don't talk about it either. You know what I mean? So it's probably more spoken of like a fucking urban legend than it is any real amount of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. How the chapter break down for you? What was the spotlight for you, sir?
The whole thing, like this whole chapter was the spotlight. Are you out of your mind?
Nah, man, you can dig it. You would say pick one. I picked one. You better pick something. I'm being indecisive.
No, that is indecisive, and that's fair. I like the silhouette of Rocks. I like that they gave names because hear me out. When they name half of them, a third is inferred through previous contact, and there's one that we don't know. You can bet your shiny metal ass that one we don't know is fitting to make himself known. You know what I mean?
But where though? Do you think the Beehive Island still going to be a place where people meet up, or is this like a Wano thing? Oh, you know, since Big Mom and Kato said it's our anniversary, maybe others celebrate the anniversary.
Yeah, no, there's more. Exactly, there's more to it than just them.
Oh yeah, I'm saying, but it's like another big bombshell was Blackbeard was on the island where Rock started, and now I don't know if that's a sacred place to them or it's like, you know.
Oh god, that was huge. The stuff would see. I was so drawn in, and I was on the same boat as everybody else, and then everybody kept saying the same thing, and my brain has this tick where when everybody starts to say the same thing, I go, nah. Oh, and we missed Panda Man.
Oh shit! Really?
I just caught him.
Where is
it? In the scene where it's literally the scene where it's like the Golden Lion, Silver Axe, Captain John, and Ochako. He's right in there, dude. He's in with the what I'm guessing are like minor admiral, not admirals, but like vice admirals, captains, things like that.
I would switch, but whenever I'm on my phone, so if I switch, it'll probably go mute again.
No, don't worry about it. But
oh yeah, when you just mentioned Ochako, and we had that thing yesterday before we split off about that being Shiki. Or was it
Shaki?
Shaki, yeah.
I kept saying Shiki, but I know that Shiki's the Golden Lion, so it's and that they had the outline up here, so he's 100% official and real.
Oh yeah, Shiki's there, and whoever Shaki is, I don't think that's in the photo when he was taught, or Silver Axe.
No
photo. So
well.
You know, we don't know their identity or the silhouette yet. You know, real quick, I know this is a deep pull and this probably don't make sense, but to me, it's just cool. I absolutely love, with all my heart, one of the reasons I love One Piece, I love pirate shit. And one of the best pirate movies of all time, Pirates of fucking Caribbeans, even though it fell the fuck off after a while, but we don't talk about that. Big brain moves, you know?
There you go. So, Jay, I'm telling you, you can just pop in. We can talk. We can have this out. Unless you're indisposed.
Yeah, it might be at work or something.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
yeah, dude, she's already a confirmed member of the Rocks Pirates. You know what I mean?
But I was going with my Pirates of the Caribbean thing because I don't know if you remember, but Elizabeth Swanson became a pirate.
58.
58.
Oh, working man out there doing that, getting that bag, making that money. Respect it.
Yeah.
I am putting off my responsibilities for a day. Well, to an extent, like I'm out here changing diapers and keeping babies alive, but I have been lackadaisical compared to normal.
It be like that.
But I am on a hype train, and I've tried talking to my son about it, and he looks at me happy, but he doesn't. He can't talk back. So here we are. But the the connection with Blackbeard, as I was saying, became.
You just gonna skip over my whole thing though?
Oh, sorry. What'd you say? I was trying to get myself back on track, but now I remember. So
Fucking the Pirates of the Caribbean link, like Oda referenced shit from movies before.
oh
Like,
yeah,
it's definitely a big stretch, but for the Chinese army, later on in the show, they had Elizabeth Swanson as like the leader of the Chinese.
Yeah, and the guy who she took over, that was
the Chinese dude.
Yeah,
he was like the guy, like that
but
pirate Chinese
his
dude.
character was actually based off on. Wait, no, I think Ochako was the other pirate, the Chinese, the lady that was there that was Asian, in the pirate consortium thing. That's that's who I think it was. It wasn't Ken Watanabe.
I didn't think it was him. I was just saying that the girl who took over for him, like the main, So even though she was whitewashed, whatever, I'm sure that was based off of someone there that was a female and Asian and a big pirate. So it all ties together. So I don't know if he's drawing directly from the movie or he's drawing from the inspiration where that movie drawn from.
Sure.
And that's pretty dope because I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm glad there's that loose connection there of some kind.
And Oda's and to connect to your point that Oda loves pirates tales, especially like Treasure Island and things like that. Like the idea of the quintessential pirate being the one with a hook hand, a peg leg, a eye patch, and a monkey. Or a parrot, or something like that. He's intentionally put specific people in to represent those that are important, i.e., whatchamacallit, i.e., oh my.
Yeah, you got Crocodile with the hook hand.
Thank you. There we go. That's what I was going
first. With the peg legs. He got 2 peg legs.
Now, see,
swords. That's cool.
Here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think the peg leg is Aokiji.
Okay, that is a good one.
That's just a sideways thought I have from time to time because he's an incredibly important person, and Oda's not said he wasn't going to bring him in until then. Oh, it's
okay. So that so that could also infer that he everyone's thinking he could be playing the part of a sword member in Blackbeard's crew, but if he only gives those things to pirates, so is Aokiji an actual pirate now? Like, we'd read into that, like, since he only gives the things to actual pirates. But if Aokiji's playing a Marine member, then he's not really a pirate, and it'd be kind of weird to give it to him, even though he's playing a persona. Like, could Aokiji truly be with Blackbeard right now? Like, what do you think the chances are of that?
Oh, I've already said that he's a spy. Like, I've already made that pretty clear. And I've already made the theory that he actually, quote unquote, won back on Punk Hazard, and he was like, I got to do this. And he may actually be the leader of Sword in general.
Oh, yeah. I know that's what you thought because of the last 2 chapters, but I'm saying because of what we just talked about. Like, you think even though he's playing a spy, Oda will still just give him that because he's playing a part of a pirate right now,
I think he got it after that's why I think that, because he got the peg leg after he became a pirate. But that's just a fanciful thing. I don't need to be right. I'd rather be wrong. I've said it before and I'll say it again. But
no, I'm saying if
one second, I want to address something that I meant to address earlier, and that's Blackbeard being the son of Zevik. And I think it's a dope idea, but I think Oda's pointing to it too much for it to be true. And because Oda likes to do this thing where he puts like little spider silk strands attaching things, and we notice and we like catch the glint in the moonlight, and we fucking track that shit down, and we fucking create these amazing fanciful theories that we back up with these threads that he leaves behind. But we miss one or two, we miss three or four, and then what we thought was this thing turns out to be this whole other thing, and Oda is the master of the unknown. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
That's a dope ass point. So you're saying that you don't think it's what everyone think it is, but do you have a theory on what it is?
I think Blackbeard is a student of history first and foremost. I think he might have been I think age-wise he's about the right age where he could have just lived on that island, God Valley. We don't know anything about that island, so it's myopic to assume that it was deserted. You know what I mean?
Yo, I have a theory about that, which kind of matches up what you just said.
Yeah.
It might, again, these really thin threads putting shit together. But what if, like you said, he did live on that island, and you know how fucking how he was like crying and looking up at the moon and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know how there's the knockup streams and shit. What if somehow his shit either is on a sky island closer to the moon than normal, fucking up his daily life, or it's on the fucking moon itself? He got, like you said, a student of history, and there's a whole bunch of history and shit on the moon. Like, we saw the Sky P and shit. Now it's just a glimpse. A nail's up there, so that could tie a nail back into the story, and then that could do so many fucking things. Blackbeard on the moon, coming back down and seeking retribution or doing some other wild shit. But yeah, that's my wild ass theory for right
True.
now.
The moon, that's a fun theory. Actually, just for a minute, I'm gonna step with that. Like, if he is from the moon and was kind of booted off, like we'll say, God Valley was in some way a medium between the two places, because there's already like evidence that they've been back and forth. You know what I mean? There's minks in space, from what I remember. So
and it's called God Valley, and Nell thinks he's the god, bro. Like,
so I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff, but let's get back to the chapter. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Blackbeard stuff, and get into the fact that he's everybody. Just because you're a pirate doesn't mean that's all you are. Like, saying that Sanji's a pirate is diminutive to him being a cook, and saying Zoro's a pirate is diminutive to him being a swordsman. You know what I mean? These people excel at other things other than a specific title.
Except for Luffy.
Yeah, except Luffy, fair enough. Except Luffy.
He's a pure pirate.
He is a pure pirate. I don't know. He's an MMA fighter. We don't know his career life. Don't judge him.
That is true. Ultimate knockout champs. I like it.
But I think if Blackbeard came from the moon, that would be okay. You got me damn off track, sir.
I'm sorry, man. It was in my head. I had to get it out.
No, and I respect that.
Because it's so like he's either from the moon and Moon God Valley got put up there, or
understand this happened in a day. All right, 38 years ago on that fateful day, he didn't speak about how like a crazy prolonged battle with anything there, and they did show us the Rock's pirate ship, by the way, which is I think going to end up being pretty important. I think the bow of the ship is going to mean something more later, but we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
But I think the fact that it happened in a day is the biggest thing. And yeah, Garp went on a rampage, but you can see everybody else is there. It's not like he was fucking soloing everything by himself. Although I'm sure he fucking did.
He had the brunt of it. Him and
exactly.
Roger.
And the idea, there's reasons he doesn't talk about that day, and it's not just because of I teamed up with Roger, I don't want to talk about that. And that's the thing, that's the nibble that he put in. That's the spider silk thread that we're meant to follow. Is what doesn't he want to talk about, and then we extrapolate into the whole web from there, from that single little strand, because Oda loves to fucking do that shit. Like, he creates a strand, we create the web, and therein lies how we keep all these crazy conversations going. Let's see.
So
Wow.
for the
Blackbeard being on Whitebeard's ship would have firsthand knowledge of rocks through Whitebeard. It depends on if Whitebeard talks about rocks, but that's very true.
yeah,
The lurking legend guy. Well, remember, Moria. Oh shit! Moria had his body,
had whose body?
Captain John.
How you know that?
If I remember correctly, somebody looked that up, but I'm vaguely positive Moria had at least his body, not his obviously not like his shadow because he was dead already. But I think
even without the shadow, as long as you put someone strong in it, if the body has to be like super dope to begin with. Damn, that's pretty fire though.
Yes, okay, so we had his corpse, we've seen that. All right, and with Blackbeard not outright killing him when he entirely could have, you know what I mean? You know, he could have just had Shiryu decapitate him. That wouldn't have been a problem.
Oh,
and he was a normal sized guy. But yeah, exactly. I think there's more reason to Blackbeard being on Beehive and not killing Moria, actually taking obviously the invisibility fruit is fucking dope. Period. There's so many good uses for it. But I think one of the specific reasons for it was also to get Moira to come to him. You know what I mean? Gecko Moria. I keep saying Moira. Gecko Moria to come to him. Because Gecko Moria has not only knowledge of bodies and things like that, and he actually has John's body, but he's also knows intimately the structure of Blackbeard, of Kaido's crew and how he fights and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get intel on him so you can beat him later.
That's right.
Before or after Shanks.
One thing that if you're a Blackbeard fan, you'll understand that he embodies more than anything else. And you could think as underhanded tactics, you could think this, or you can think, oh shit, I lost it. Oh god, I got like 2 hours of sleep. I'm so hyped right now. Oh, there we go. And that's that knowledge is power. He doesn't do shit just like go in there smash fisting crazy. He has a plan. He has contingencies. He has shit set in motion. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking Jay does that shit dope. You've seen that, right?
Yeah. Since was in the chat, it was crazy. But don't forget about Magellan. It's 99% planning, 1% dumbass. Don't ever forget about Magellan.
No. The Magellan is. They needed to give Magellan a weakness in his character in order for him to be even like approachable, because that fruit he has is you're done. You're just done. Like,
oh no, yeah. I'm just saying, like at that time, he didn't have a plan, and he damn sure didn't have a backup. I don't know if he contacted Shiryu before. That would have been a good, kind of thread to leave. But if that was the case, and he was like waiting on Blackbeard to get in there, that would have been dope. But if he didn't, then that was stupid.
No, I think Blackbeard had a plan. He just, it failed.
Yeah, you said he had contingencies. After he got dosed and poisoned, he didn't try to pull out a capsule like
no. There's no contingency for that poison that they got. When he went full Venom Demon thing, they could have just put their head between their legs and kissed their ass goodbye. Like that's just all.
I feel it. But yeah, man, your takes on the chapter right now really, really making my head go. I reading yesterday was dope, but I'm glad I could actually talk to someone about it, because there's a lot of shit stuffed in this fucking chapter, man. And I wish Jay would hop in, but this fucking work shit, trying to get money. How dare you?
How dare you have a job and make money?
How fucking dare you? But yeah, all right. So second favorite thing from the chapter, if you don't mind.
Oh shit, I didn't even see this the first time, like the first 6 times I read it. I just thought it was just a panel, but there's like a little fucking image of the Rocks Pirates verse Roger, who is only shown with one arm up with a sword. Just throwing that out right now. I think he has 2, but it would be dope if he didn't. And
where is that at?
Page look at the 10.
Yeah. So is Rock like the Rock's captain versus Roger? Like
You can see
1-on-1?
what looks like rocks, or what they're telling us is rocks. Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard, still kind of more silhouetted, roughly drawn, nothing too like crazy, with Garp and Roger fighting them. It's like, it's a still. It's not nothing crazy, but if once that gets animated, ooh,
Yep, next fucking level.
he fought alongside the Pirate King. Nani?
So it's more than him just fighting with the dude. It's fucking one piece of can. Did you see the 956.99 came out today as well?
Yeah, that looks stupid. I flipped through it. I'm more hype on this.
I feel it. I'm trying to look at that panel, but yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to join on your phone, bro.
Wow. I was back here waiting for like a whole 5 minutes. Backstage.
This nigga. What
Well,
up,
that's what
hype?
you do when you backstage. You fucking wait. You should have been on time out here.
On time. I left out of work.
You eat them nasty ass sandwiches backstage.
Yeah, I told them niggas I was at work and I said I'm out. Nobody questioned shit.
I'm gone.
Like, I got shit to do today.
It was like, yo, you leaving? I'm like, yeah. What?
Oh yeah, in Sengoku's fro and shit. I remember this.
Yeah, and that's in Sengoku's fro. He green screened his own fro to bring that to us.
This is. All right,
Kind
I
of
got it. There we go. Nope.
So
he said nope.
No, I'm trying to get myself centered. No.
Oh, I see where you're at.
I don't have
this. It's harder.
So in this panel, well, not in this panel, but like the makeup of the Rock's crew.
Got it.
It was said that Kaido joined as an apprentice. They didn't say it about anyone else. So Kaido was the youngest one in the crew at the time.
I could say that, yeah.
And I would, go off of to say the captain was the Luffy, the captain, and Whitebeard was kind of the Zoro. And then maybe Big Mom was the Sanji of the group. You know what I mean? As if we're gonna go down and people are gonna go that 1, 2, 3 route.
No, I don't like that. I don't like
the Sanji thing. I don't agree with it either. But I'm saying like
no, I don't like the comparative. Crews are crews. Like you can't. I don't like comparing one crew to another because
it was kind of more of a vehicle to get to the strength of Kaido. I was just trying to set the stage. I really have to agree with it, but I was just kind of going with the power structure. Like we all know, if Whitebeard fought Big Mom, he would most likely win. And then going on from there, if we were to go down the ladder of the crew, I think Big Mom could probably beat Kaido, being is that he was younger when he joined, and Big Mom was probably more experienced and a stronger pirate at the time. And if that just kept up, with trends, Whitebeard will still be strong as Big Mom and Kaido. So do you think there's a power thing there, or they're just so on an even level that it's all 50-50?
How old are her children? Can somebody look that up, Charlotte Lynn?
Cad Corey is 50, I think 57.
All right, so he was 20 at the time. My man was bones at that
I think Katakuri is like 40-something. Like
he's 47, 48.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. He was because it showed him when he was young. He was like about that life, but he wasn't like that life yet. You know what I mean?
I think
he's talking about Katakuri or Kaido?
Katakuri.
Oh, well, I'm talking about
shit, Mark, my face is busted too. You want in? Just jump in, baby. Don't worry. You gotta be pretty. I think Vulture ain't showing his face.
I have one question though. I don't think Whitebeard's with the shits with the Rocks. Like it doesn't seem in his character to do it. He protected Fishman Island, his hometown, and any other island that's underneath him basically was safe with no payment, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
See, you're saying that, but hear me out. You're taking Blackbeard post Rocks and attributing the same characteristics to pre-Rocks when we don't know what happened, but it is fair to say that something drastic happened, and drastic things usually change opinions, outlooks, and paths in life. He may have seeing Roger go against someone like Rocks and be successful, and the bond that he already had with Roger, we're assuming, or maybe that's what really formed it, pushed him down the path of what is it, Spanish Main, or is it not? He pushed him away from being a Morganeer, which is the violent type of pirate.
The only thing is, remember in his flashback, you see him on a ship, and he was.
I know. I was talking about that last night, but but the other person he was talking to was the captain of the ship.
Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta remember, like, that could have, like, all honesty, Whitebeard could have been an inside man for Roger in fucking Garp.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because he's like, if you look at it, he's not really with the shits. At that time, they could Roger or Garp could have told him, look at what they're doing to the world. Do you really want to be part of this shit? We could tell that you don't really want this, so help us take down rocks.
At the time, his answer could have been like, I'm just worried about my family, man. Whatever.
Yep.
You know, like it's
if y'all winning, then I'll jump in.
Yeah, like it's just a crazy time. Do I have somebody else in the stream? Yeah, no. It's just that's the whole thing. Like we're 38 years is a long time for a person to change. You know what I mean? And I genuinely think that in his adolescence, somebody with the kind of power that Whitebeard had, I feel like he probably got power drunk for a little bit. Any human would. It's a completely okay thing, you know, to get a little power drunk. And I'll say that it's not great, but it's going to happen. And the fact that he was able to be pulled back from that, you know, instead of going down the path of rocks, because let's face it, if he wanted to, he could have. My man was tipping islands like kids tip toys.
He has the power to destroy the world.
Exactly. And I think Roger specifically kind of pulled him away from that. And maybe Kozuki Oden helped.
But do you know how many beasts fought in that battle?
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah,
not all
Garp,
of
them.
Not all the beasts were on Kaido's side either, or Rox's team. I'm sure there was more than one Marine that was dope in that fight. You know what I mean? We just don't know him yet. And not all lurking legends are what they used to be, I guess is the way to put it. Just because somebody used to be, a Marine doesn't mean they are now, but stop them from being a legend.
But
yo, is Jay jumping in? I fucking hope so. I'm waiting for him here. I sent the link. It's still in the chat. But if he's not, he's at work. He's probably let the man eat.
See, the thing is, Graham doesn't have what I have at work, so I don't know. He has to get bigger.
I'm just fiddling. I'm sorry.
You fiddling?
Just fiddling. But yeah, this chapter opened so much because not only do we know that these crew know intimately, like, I mean, with Big Mom, we don't know. We can just assume intimately because she's a hoe. But we know that, Perospero being her oldest was at least 20 around then, because he's 50.
Well, that's probably how he got his bounty, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. People are finally seeing that Garp is that dude. And
I still don't fuck with Garp.
You don't have to. You know what I mean? Most people don't fuck with Garp.
Yo, Jay the Legend, I'm out here for it. I don't give a fuck. I want to smoke. I don't give a care. I don't think Garp is the shits.
Well, you're wrong, and that's okay. You're allowed to be. That's fine. But Garp, you know what? That's fair. I will. You know what? Big Mom ain't a hoe. She marries her husbands before having children with them.
I don't know. Did she marry Rox?
We don't know if she had a Rox baby.
No, not had a baby. You don't have to have. Sometimes it doesn't. The end concept isn't a baby. Shoot.
And Mark Hunter saying that Shanks became a Yonko with single-handedly became a Yonko. All right.
Yes.
So
respect.
Back in the day when they said Shanks visited Luffy on the island, he was a Yonko. But in this is saying he was made a Yonko 6 years ago.
Yeah. He wasn't a Yonko when he first visited Luffy, so he made Yonko with one arm.
I think the thing is, like, immediately afterwards, you see a pirate with one arm, you're going to try his life. So eventually people are going to keep trying. I'm like, nah, we ain't fucking with Shanks no more.
Right. Somebody tried his territory, and Shanks was like, all right. You know,
it was like, you got one arm. What the hell are you going to do with one arm?
Just because we're talking about it and the one arm, I had this thought, and it's going to be on my channel, so I can at least fucking prove it. I think the level of hockey control that Shanks has allows him to create an arm. I believe that forcing the chakra, fucking Naruto,
Whoa, okay.
forcing
Gekio Sharingan. Okay, let's do this.
outside of your body, forcing the hockey outside of your body is just the beginning of controlling hockey outside of your body. And I believe that that's what Shanks does with his other hand. That's my hope. I think it would be like a dope thing to do, just like a straight up hockey arm, and it would be like the next level shit that only he could do. You know what I mean? Because he's fucking Shanks. I don't know, but it's a dope thought, and I wanted to at least say that.
For me, it kind of verifies that Akainu in this chapter, he knows about what's going on with Sword because he knew exactly about everything what's going on. Like they ally with each other and all this other information. So that means Akainu knows the shits. He's with the shits.
Yeah, but he can't do anything right now because like he's under the thumb of the world government. He can't do shit.
And that's why he's looking at Son Goku like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to these people.
Sengoku knows that Sakazuki knows that Sengoku knows that he can't do shit. So Sengoku
just starting shit, just stirring the pot.
So you remember that motherfucker, that one dude? He was on Whitebeard's crew and Rogers' crew. Remember? And where was he from? He was from Wano. Where was that motherfucker?
Wow,
he goddamn Odin.
Yo, my thing is, how good is this motherfucker's hearing? He came from all the way from the top level and told them to shut the fuck up.
He's like, no, we don't play this.
He heard that shit.
Observation hockey, bro.
Because all you hear is stomp, stomp. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck is stomping?
You knew who was stomping.
No, in the panel, all you hear is stomp, stomp. I'm like, wait. I'm like, this dude really stomped all the way out down there. Like he came running, like, shut the fuck up. We're not going to Wano. But I mostly think he's not taking people to Wano because he doesn't want X-Drake or anybody to get caught doing the action that they're doing.
Oh, because it would, the unknown would be what somebody does to fuck up his thing. That's fair.
Yeah, so that's why he didn't send Kizaru that first time because Kizaru was ready to fuck shit up, and he was like,
"I could be there in a minute," which is a long time for me.
He's like, "Nah, you good, you good."
He's like, "Nah, you sit your ass down, please. I got stuff going on. You just don't know about it yet."
He's like, "All right, good, because I'm just gonna go hit this, and I'll be back." All right.
Yeah, I'm going to Archipelago. I hear they got some good herbs down there. So.
Right? I got that hydroponics. That's what I went last time, and then
imagine being in Archipelago and you see Kizaru come there like, "Yo, I'm here to buy some herb."
Bro, okay. That's how you got there so fast.
I'm like, bro, I don't know if I can sell to you.
They know this nigga.
I don't think I can sell to you, Kizaru.
That bubble kush, though.
All right, give me 1 second. Y'all two talk real quick. I will be right back. I just got to check on my baby.
All right.
DDV.
First.
What's your thoughts, though,
on the chapter? Man, like I was telling Valen earlier, they put so much motherfucking sauce on Garp and the old generation, kind of balancing out the power more, like the power scaling and everything for me, because I kind of thought that the whole Garp doing crazy shit was maybe part of a cover-up, which it was, but Garp actually did the shit that he did, because Sengoku saying the truth, like, not many people know this, so I don't think Sengoku lying to these people for no reason right now. So
I feel he's saying too much, to be honest, though.
Yeah. He I like that. That's why I was like, yo, is this a sword meeting? Because when I was in my reaction, I was like, this has to be maybe a meeting of sword. And I always thought Sengoku was in it, or at least started it. Because I think the Fleet Admiral is like, when you get to that position, that's when you take over sword or become an integral member and get the tattoo and shit. So I was like, he can't just be telling niggas, like random niggas. Everyone there looked like they're some kind of rank. Everyone got the coats on and shit. So, like, those important people. So, it
they all got different individual designs. They don't look like Father Marines. They all have some type of gimmick with them.
That's why I don't think he was just talking to regular dudes. I think that was a sword meeting, and he came down there, and then like Sengoku came down there and just started talking too. Like, he also started sharing information, even though he was like, shut up. He was also like, yeah, I know about all that shit. So it was like he just confirmed it. So I think he just don't want all the members to know, or like every single thing about what happened. You know what I mean? So it'd be wild if like we just saw everyone that's in Sora right now, or at least a lot of the main members.
Like with Son Goku, he's like that old grandpa that's in the corner of the room that always tells long ass stories about shit that may or may not be important.
And they all have to sit there like, yo, this is important. This is like fire, but we came here to like discuss like the taxes, or, like how the money gonna be used. He's just talking about shit.
No, we just gotta listen.
like Wano's happening, and
nah, you got Son Goku fucked up. He tells stories that are relevant.
It's just he's the old grandpa that you live in the basement. You leave him in the basement because if he comes upstairs, he's gonna tell you stories.
He's gonna tell you stories,
and you're not gonna understand them, but they're gonna be hyper relevant to your situation. And it's only gonna be when you understand that you
at the final end of it, at the end of the story, you might. So you're telling,
but this was a budget meeting. We still got to get the budget out the way and telling 40-minute stories.
That's not wrong.
I really hope that's happening. That's canon now. BDB, start pushing this agenda.
Son Goku's the old grandpa in the corner in the basement that everybody wants around.
See now, Garp.
Got a weird ass pet goat.
And
but the man's also got a pet gorilla. So like,
yeah, he got a lot of niggas on call. He got a lot of hitters out here.
My question is, why the hell is Garp the uncle that always want to throw hands?
Because he got hands. That's why.
There's always that one uncle.
Jesus.
Everybody because you gotta understand, like when he came up, there probably wasn't that many Marines with crazy devil fruits. Like I'm sure some of them had them, but they weren't so crazy, you know. And then fucking, so he's Garp the Fist. He's out here punching everybody. He got hockey, he got strong spirit shit. That's cool. You learn that through suffering. You know what I mean? That's a natural occurrence through life, technically in One Piece.
Yeah.
If your life is fucked up. So
Garp hands already.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna say they understood it, but for the sake of argument, they could have not even known the depths of hockey at the time. That's just for argument, not a fact. So now you got these people.
His fist wasn't hockeyed up when he was in that fight. Looked like, oh man,
what up? We got Black Jerry Smith here.
Hey,
Sugaran Shogun, aka Black Jerry. You know what I'm saying?
One of the best beers in the game.
Only second in my goatee.
Goatee.
Yeah, y'all don't know this, but my stuff is sexy, so I don't want to.
Look how far it goes out.
Low-key BDV fucking goatee is ridiculous.
That is insane.
Goodness.
Yo, some chick asked me the other day, "Do you straighten your beard?" I was like, "What?"
Oh shit!
Got the rollers in the beard, though.
What you need to do is you need to like fucking like carve a piece of fucking jade or like some colorful rock and just braid that bitch into your chin hair like a fucking Viking, bro.
Yo, you can have a Blackbeard 3 twist, like the 3.
You could.
Let people look at you, bro.
That'd be hard.
Look at me like, this guy.
I know I'm magnificent.
I'm looking for this. I'm going to work like this.
In your waistband for no reason, the shirt over.
I'm like, nah, just let him go. Let him go home. Just pay him for the rest of the week.
Oh my god, though, for real. Okay. We got people here. We're continuing. They're continuing a little bit. But
Yo, Hunter said he wants the link.
Who did?
Mark Hunter.
It's in the fucking. All right, I got him. It doesn't matter. I got him. Give me 1 second, bro.
Get on my computer. People need to see this face cam.
Where what all we talking about?
Valley, don't do it.
Oh no, man.
They're not ready.
They're not ready for. I ain't going shirtless. Not this time.
Please don't show your areolas.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get you followers.
Trying to get me followers.
That's funny.
I'm trying to get you subscribers.
All right, well, you need to tie them things up and pull them up a bit if you're trying to get me followers. This is the anime community, Jack. We need biggins.
All right.
I gotta hit the midriff on them.
Now you messing up because when Valley's not streaming, they're gonna ask Valen like, "Yo, Valen, show us a tit."
Right? Like that's not no. I'll be like, all right, I'll get a hold of Vulture for you, but I can't.
Like, no, we want some of that side boob action.
Send them to my fans only.
My fans only page.
To my fans only.
No.
Trying to have a good time.
Side boob action.
Florian actually posted some good news in the Discord. Hold on, I got to dress for the occasion.
Look at this man. Look at this
What do
man.
you think of the chapter, Shogun?
Hi guys. Hi. Oh, I loved it, man.
What was your favorite part?
It was insane hype on top of hype on top of hype.
All we had go.
I want to say I really love seeing Roger's bounty poster.
Low key. We've kind of missed that.
Like I want that.
Low key. I think that
Roger's bounty was out. Yeah.
I have watched a lot of live reactions today, just because it's hype. I wanted to see
Yeah,
and
not a lot of people.
fucking hell, everybody was just like, oh, the second commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, Kozuki Oden, was, and they just kept going like it was no big deal.
Me, I stopped for a hot minute. I had to read 3 times. I said, wait a minute.
I had my whole heart out. Just
and then every time they gave Rocks the accolade, I was like, who mans is this?
Whose mans is this, man?
I was like, who's Rocks? Where's this guy at?
Where is he?
Apparently, Rocks was that dude. Rocks was that dude.
That man Rocks was on
before everybody else was that dude.
Yeah,
Rocks.
Well, Roger had to beat the best to be the best, so he's out here more than a lot of other people.
I think everybody making the parallels between Garp and Luffy and stuff like that are going to be surprised when the parallels are actually Luffy and Rocks.
I was thinking that too. I'm so glad.
It's going to be weird because Rocks. I'm going to say Rocks and Roger probably had a lot in common,
Yeah, just like how Blackbeard and Luffy have quite a bit in common.
They just kind of take
Garp believes in slavery.
It's almost like
Garp does believe in slavery.
Garp believes in slavery.
That is true.
He was like, "Yeah, you were gonna take my."
Rocks was like, "Let my peoples go," and then Roger and Garp was like, "Nah, homie, they bought them for a discount."
The Emancipation Proclamation. What?
South will rise again.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the one to say slavery is bad.
Oh, it's just a white man.
There you go, Valen.
I think this is a story of we have known unknowns and unknown unknowns.
Yeah,
right? One of the unknown unknowns is the deal about the slaves involved in this. It makes sense to protect the celestial dragons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on what scale would they need to protect the slaves?
Yeah.
And I think the actions are going to more parallel like the Revolutionary Revolutionary Army in their attack on Marijois, and eventually them kind of freeing a shit ton of slaves, which is what I thought they were going to do this time, but I don't think they did.
Well, the good news is Garp believes in slavery. He said he's the dragons and their slaves.
Yeah.
So mostly it'll highlight the slaves. So I don't know.
Mostly they highlight.
I don't know how that went.
Mostly, like it was bolder.
So I'm making sure to run that on Garp.
You can see Garp with a whip and shit in the background, silhouette for no reason.
Garp was the main one with the whip down there at the bottom of the ship.
Damn. So you're telling me Garp was Willie?
I'm putting that on Garp. I'm putting that on Garp. No, he got too much good shit going on in this chapter.
Garp wrote the
Did you guys talk about what you think the SSG is?
Super Saiyan God, Vegeta's going to show up.
What you said?
Vegeta's going to show up. Super Saiyan God.
Yo.
That'd be insane.
No, but for real, this is a unknown. We could have any hundreds of names, but for all we know, it could be like Shizuki Sentai Gosho.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's SSG. That's right.
I'd rock with that. That makes sense to me.
And I think for us to put our American spin on it is a little arrogant.
That's all we got, though.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say it. All right, so that's just my stance on it. Yeah,
I mean, that's fair. You're not wrong. I would just say that's all we got. Well, that's not. Well, you got more because you researched the shit. But as for me, I don't know about Shogun, BDV, but maybe we need to start reading some goddamn 16th century literature, culture ourselves, because I don't know how to think from that perspective 100%. Because, like you said, it could be like some pure Japanese shit or Chinese shit. He could be pulling from somewhere else, and then every theory we come up with is like, nowhere near the ballpark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And that's what I want. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I would love if everything I came up with is wrong. However, I've been right a lot.
Hey man,
you however, I've been right a lot.
However, I've been right a lot, and that's because Oda. It's because I called it from jump. Oda, this is his love story to his culture, and one of the big things in samurai culture, and as he was growing up, was movies. Yeah. Like movies were the thing that pervade the samurai culture to that, and so few movies did it better than Akira Kurosawa movies. And that's why we have the foppish king from Throne of Blood. We have the Seven Samurai vibe from Seven Samurai. I'm vaguely we're getting kind of weird for a little bit with Okiko. What's the hoe's name? Princess prostitute.
Hiyori.
Yeah.
Prostitute Hime. All right, Hiyori.
I remember the hoes' names.
Yeah, I remember the hoes' names. You're more of a gentleman than I am. But Hiyori. I feel like she's gonna play more of a Rashomon role, which is a he said she said kind of movie, and Zoro's gonna get caught in that.
Yeah, love triangle shit.
I don't want to say love triangle, but yes. But yeah, something like that. And on top of that, I know it's going to be kind of big with I just had it and lost it.
Did you chip it?
Oh well. But I think a lot of other Japanese movies are really going to come into play, and there's been there's obviously I'm no Japanese movie historian. I just really like Akira Kurosawa and a few choice other ones. But I think that a lot of things like the Cursed Blades, they're going to be what was a practice, which was just a testing strike where you would walk down the fucking road and the first person you saw, you would slash to test your sword.
Yeah, you got there's lots of violent shit in samurai history, like the body sword.
Samurai were fucking savage because they everything less than them was there to serve their purpose, so it didn't matter. Like
so the people, the way they act in Wano is
you want to leave and come back in. You know what? Take that.
And he left again.
He kicked me out.
He got too happy.
Terrible. Goddamn.
And we got Hunter in
their beautiful faces.
Oh, now they hear Vulture.
What's up, Hunter?
He got to be the man out, not showing his beautiful face. That's okay.
My face is mashed up from surgery, so.
Surgery.
Hey, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Big tough.
I like that hoodie.
When I had my fucking orbital socket fixed.
This is a onesie, sir. This covers the entire body. Fucking Spider-Man was said to be back in the MCU today, so I had to, stun on him with the Spider-Man onesie.
Please tell me Sony did not give in.
You say what?
Please tell me Sony did not give in.
Yeah. When you do business like that, sometimes shit happens, BDV. I was trying to tell y'all niggas. Y'all was saying all that shit, and guess what happened?
Nah.
It's fucking these niggas have done way worse than smaller people. The only reason this is out now
is this is all there was. But we ain't talking about Spider-Man right now. All right?
I bet you don't want to talk about Spider-Man.
We ain't talking about Spider-Man. We talking
about
That's all right.
I'm triggered as fuck right now.
But that is dope. That's actually fucking super great. Shout out to Spider-Man being back in the MCU for one last movie. All right. Maybe by the time
one last movie.
Yeah, one last movie.
That's what they said. About 15 more in the next 2 years.
I'm telling you, Marvel's so good. they plan this shit because this
Yep.
movie's gonna make more money than any of the other Spider-Man movies all together, and they're gonna be like, all right, cool. So how about now? You know,
How about now? Exactly.
Exactly. You create,
Exactly.
you choke off the source, you know, you choke off the supply, be like, hey man, this is the last one. Everyone come see it real quick. This is the last movie. And a year
I'm
later, hey,
upset
we got this
because now that means
trailer
we
though.
get more Captain Marvel movies.
Uh,
no. See,
Trailer,
this is
though.
all right. I don't know how many of you are actual combatants, but you know when you got a chokehold and you got somebody in the fighting, da 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 da. What do you think you hold it the whole time? No, you let them get that breath like that.
Stop it right there.
And
Wait.
then you clench down because they can't get it out. That's
Then
the
they
scariest
ensues
moment,
some
and that's
panic
all they're
and
doing.
shit.
That is all they're doing. They're putting the pressure on at the right breathing point, and they're gonna be like, "So how about that IP now, bitch?"
That's when you learn how to
Dirty
read
business practices. These niggas been
Dirty
doing it for
business.
so long. They eat,
Yeah.
breathe, and dream this shit.
through your nose.
They pay the best people to do the worst shit.
Telling
Understand?
y'all, man.
Apparently, shit.
But back on track,
Back on One Piece.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Hunter. What do you feel needs to be addressed that hasn't been, or would you like to address something that's already been addressed?
Oh, I think you've covered quite a lot on it, but how many people were smashing Big Mum back in the day?
The hard hitting questions.
Everybody. What do you
Seriously,
mean?
Like 30 people. No, not even 30 people. Think about it though. The number we
listen, that little
not as
motherfucker
high as
next
we
to Big
think.
Mum in the picture.
remember because she had like 12 kids at a time, 6 kids at a time, 3
Yeah.
kids at a time.
Yeah.
She had like maybe 12 husbands and Strusen.
And
No, Strusen was her love thing.
Strusen was just watching.
This is the cup.
yikes.
Strusen was like, "You hungry, babe?"
The literal sugar daddy. Like that's what he was doing. He was out here.
Wow.
Yo,
got
bro.
Kaido and I'm hungry.
Right?
Wow.
You got done fucking Kaido and I'm hungry.
That man is a beast. That's terrible.
Yo, y'all seen that meme I made with Strusen talking about
Yeah,
something?
I did. Down and bottom like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
shit
shit
was bad.
That was savage. That
That was crazy.
Did you guys see what Joy Boy put on Twitter
No, what do you think?
which one?
about the island where Shanks was chilling when Mihawk
Yeah.
pulled up?
I saw that. Where they
What
think
was it?
Shanks was chilling
That-
on God Valley Island because
It looks
Mihawk
like it
was
from another angle.
Yeah, you tell him. You're new. I'll let you get.
No, I was just saying, like Joy Boy's saying, if you look at the island that Shanks was on and turn it around, he goes, that could easily be God Valley Island. And Mihawk does make a comment about that, saying, "Oh, you're just chilling here."
Yeah, and he said that's careless.
Yeah.
So there's more to that island than we thought, and which would make sense for why
That's
he would
right.
be there.
And that's why he was looking so savage when he showed up. Like he was in go mode already when Mihawk pulled up. So that's wild.
Like, if you look at it, the awakening between Akainu
I think people were like, the captain's in no mood, bro.
Yeah. He's been fighting all these legends. What was that, BDV?
like, if you look at like Akainu and Kizaru fight, the awakening destroyed the island permanently. You know what I'm saying? So there's no telling what happened on God Valley Island.
Yeah.
All right, I have to interject. It did not destroy the island permanently. It altered the ecosystem permanently. I feel like
Terraform
very specific difference.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
it's
that's what
not-
he was
Still
saying.
exists. It's just never going to be the fucking same.
The island that we see in the picture was obviously we can see the split canyon sort of thing, but on the other angle from the Shanks wing, he's actually got fucking trees and shit on top of these mountains and stuff now. So it's changed the format of the land, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh shit.
Oh,
There's no
that'd be
telling what
crazy.
what anybody awakening in that battle did though to the island.
Yeah, it could be some shit that you don't see, like some mystical shit. Like you step in there and it's like gravity or something. Like it could be the old gravity fruit user. It could be some shit that does some other weird shit to
Or
you.
if you go on the island, you ain't got hockey and you just fuck.
Yeah, you just pass the fuck out. Like it's a permanent hockey bubble in the middle of some weird shit.
Hey man, Garp could have split the fucking island. They said it was splitting mountains as training against Don Chinchao.
Shit, man. They said they what? Split a continent?
I was about to say,
man.
Don Chin Chow like can split a continent. So
That's crazy.
and John the God, glad to have you here as always. By the way, if I didn't say that earlier, I meant to.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
That's
this whole thing, and the part that I want to address is that Kozuki Oden was a notable pirate before he was ever part of the thing, and the Odin likes to use the highlight effect, where he highlights specific things to draw your attention. Like he highlights Kazuki Odin and stuff like that. It's not just somebody yelling. It's not like fucking Sakazuki's like, "Do you mean Kazuki Odin?"
Right.
So
It's the same thing they were doing with the letters SSG.
yeah, exactly.
That shit annoyed the hell out of me.
And King of the World. Like King of the World was highlighted, I think, twice or three.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the Pirate
SSG,
King's Final
Special
Voyage.
Sword Group.
That's
Exactly.
this is the part that has me
Exactly.
the most intrigued is the Pirate King's Final Voyage, because there's more to it than just, oh, I'm gonna go die, let's go see some shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like this man, when somebody like Rogers has a bucket list, like fucking for real, feel that shit. Like let that vibe with you for a minute. Somebody like Rogers has a bucket list, and
Mm,
who's fucking a speaking spell?
that was weird.
Danny?
My mic is way over here,
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
so I'm not speaking loud.
But yeah, like the King's Final Voyage was in Bolden, and that's like Roger of all people who's gone against some crazy shit. Knows is well, he might have known. It might have been called it post-mortemly, like after he died was his final voyage because he's dead. But you know what I'm saying, like it could be some wild shit, you know what I'm saying, they actually got him to go on that adventure.
Wasn't his clash with Rocks like 15 years before he got the One Piece or whatever?
Oh, when he fought with when he fought with Rocks and Garp and all
There's
that.
a good 15 odd years afterwards because he was in his 50s when he got there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like Garp is a mythical figure, all right, and now we're just adding more feats to his myth, to the myths, without the back end of it, because all the things we're getting are just the front good side that essentially the Marines want people to see. You know what I mean? But Garp knows the shit that he has to keep quiet, the shit that he's, put his will of D into, and keeping his fucking mouth shut and not snitching like
Don't
some
be like
other
some
rainbow
Goku.
haired fuckers we know.
Some Goku.
Right? And,
Sengoku just spilling everything.
no, and I don't think he did. I think Sengoku
Yeah.
specifically misinformed while still telling the truth, if that makes sense. It's lies of omission. You know
Like
what
he
I mean?
kept certain things out.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he didn't-
You tell enough. You tell enough,
Yeah,
like Oda does.
exactly.
Tell a few things and you can piece together nothing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it has to be like either a room like full of potential sword members or sword members, because it was like he
for
just sitting
all
in the room just telling people shit.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
like,
let's be real. For all we know, Portage d'Ace, Portage de Rouge was Celestial Dragon.
Right. That's true.
That's
She had
been a theory thrown around.
Insane amount of power, the ability to hold a baby in for a year and a half. Okay, as a person with a baby, I can tell you that's knuckin' futz. All right, just absolutely
You're not wrong.
insane. Like that is in my opinion, that's the biggest feat in all of One Piece.
but we don't know how big like Goldie Roger really was below the waist.
No,
I see, you know. You go there on purpose.
Jesus.
You go there on purpose.
we saw Ace in
Jesus.
life. That dude was not a preemie. He was developing at a normal, healthy rate inside of that woman.
Probably had
Right?
more than enough room inside there. It's like he had a TV and everything in that bitch.
I am-
He had a TV and everything.
This must be how
Yeah,
Boca feels
Hulu.
with me, because I am through with you right now.
Yes. Now you see. There we go. Finally.
TV.
I mean, what? I'm
He's
just
a bad apple.
How am I the bad apple?
All we
Yo,
need
yo.
now,
Big
all
I have
we
a
need now
question.
is Mihawk, his bounty. Come on now. It's been long enough. They're fucking about.
Yeah,
We got Rogers' bounty before Mihawk's bounty. That's
I think
fucking
Mihawk
wild.
is going to be probably somewhere in the 2 to 3 billion range.
Yeah, it has
Wild
to
as
be.
fuck.
I can see that.
That's the respect you need to put on Mihawk. Like,
I just realized what SSG stands for.
What?
Oh, God.
Strongest swordsman gaper.
Fuck.
There you go.
He's doing it again, Mom. Stop him.
Oh,
no, I like. Somebody said it in Shogun's stream. It stands for Psych Sakazuki. Garp gonna handle it.
Yo, I'm mad I missed that.
Cannon.
I was
Cannon.
late for work.
I missed a lot of you lot's live.
Yeah, they were
reactions
going crazy last night.
Dude.
Without me?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
You show, no.
Wait.
You
I'm
show
not
up for a
the
20-minute stream and then pass out. I'm sitting here all amped up on energy, waiting to talk about this shit with somebody, and there's nobody to fucking talk to.
I
So,
fell the fuck asleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fell the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I was asleep.
yo,
I'm
fuck
in the
everybody.
UK,
I was,
so I've got different times.
dude,
Me
I was in my
shit.
bed yelling at people on Twitter, like, how y'all been shitting on Garp for so long, and
Oh,
now
no.
all of a
I
sudden,
will
oh,
feel
look at Garp, he's so cool.
Yeah,
Fuck
Fuck
everybody.
hype. He don't care about Garp.
Present.
Hey, BDB stuck to his guns. He still say Garp ain't shit, so I
Yeah,
respect
no,
that.
hey, I respect that more than these fucking fair weather fuckers that jump
Garp
on like,
believes in slavery.
Hey, I'm gonna say he got soft, but I'm not gonna say I was saying it from the beginning. I damn sure put Garp, but he was like 17, 18 in the top 30, so that's why I had him.
nah, he's always been in my top 5.
My guy Garp basically, he believed in slavery. He did not free the slaves. So that's negative. All the good stuff he did from that point, as soon as it said slavery,
It's irrelevant.
Yo, I bet he saved all those slaves' life. I bet the celestial dragons were just about to murder them all because they're just slaves. You know what I mean?
he stayed
No,
there.
No, the
I
Celestial
really want to know who these slaves are because I bet we know them.
That sounds like Celestial Dragons.
The
No,
Celestial
no, no.
Dragons like push the slaves into like fighting the rocks off. Like y'all fight them, and you know they're gonna get slaughtered. Garp steps in and like, yeah,
They get to fight for their freedom no matter what. They're dead. They
I
go
mean,
back to being a slave for the celestial dragons.
They already, with Kuma, they already show that they have a penchant for acquiring powerful bodies and kind of breaking them to their will to do what they want, like, you know, Kuma. And who knows whoever the fuck else did that? An unknown. So who knows?
Already, so you can't really just let him walk around bitch slapping niggas, you know.
Some
You know,
deserve
I
the
watched
disrespect they get, sir.
I saw the spoilers on Wednesday, and I can tell you what, they were so different from what actually came out.
Jod the God.
That's the same thing Nonsense said.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
were saying shit about Kuma not moving, holding Sabo's hat and shit like that.
Yeah,
There's always
Seriously, they're wild shit.
it gotta be. If people
God
just admit
Valley
that they were
God
wrong,
Valley was an Elbath.
it would be a lot better. But
Yo,
they
don't
were
worry,
wrong
God.
the
I
whole
don't flip
time.
flop.
You didn't. You did not know.
Yo, don't worry, God. I don't flip flop.
No, he did not. See, that's why I respect it. He can say whatever the fuck he
Is-
wants because he's been saying it before and after. You know what I mean? So I respect that shit, even if I don't like it. You know
When
what I mean?
it comes to kid, I might have to flip flop because I don't know what kind of heat Val's bringing with him on that shit.
But
Yo, he got the extra sauce for you.
He might come wearing a full suit, like a hat and everything, monocle.
With the top hat and the cane,
I
Funny.
don't wear.
with like
Yo,
the big jewel on the
Like, yo,
top.
BDV, come on the stream now. I know you're at work. So
you don't even know. Oh wait, I have a question. Actually, this is legitimate. It just made me think of this. What's the weather like in January in Florida though? Like, I know up here
Gotta be
it's like
65.
negative 57 degrees, Satan's butthole.
It's
like-
like 65, 70, right?
It's not that hot and it's not that cold. So you probably just better off bringing like warm clothes just in case. January switches up. We don't know.
All right.
Like in
We don't
Florida,
know.
like Florida is literally one day hot and the next day can be cold.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet. I'm gonna be there for a week, so I'll figure it out.
Well, what do you consider cold? Like 60 degrees?
I'm from North Carolina. For me, cold is like
Okay.
30s.
All right.
And
All right, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Cold is when shit actually starts to freeze. Gotcha.
for everybody else here, they're like, it's freezing. I'm like, dude, I'm going out here in shorts. Fuck this. This is
Right.
my life.
No,
What are you doing? It's only 65 out there.
I'm sorry, man. It's all Georgia right here. So when it gets to 50 something, I'm just sad in my soul because it's fucking 120 damn near all the time. So I gotta adapt.
I hate you so much. It is so cold up here.
Gotta adapt.
The North
But in
gets-
Montana, it fucking snows in July, so it's terrible. I have to get used to both, and I don't like it.
Oh, wow.
In the UK, we just get what we're fucking given.
Oh, what do you guys
in
think?
Germany, bro? That shit was
Question.
terrible.
What do you guys think about Fujitora being in the Calm Belt, i.e., Amazon.
Boa's territory.
I was wondering before because I was like, "There's no way Kobe's been sent by himself to handle Boa. He had to have someone above him. He was just in the secret room reporting to X-Drake and shit. He wasn't leading the charge.
It just
I'm
verifies
glad
that
someone else is there, not just Kobe.
it verifies my theory.
It makes sense. It makes sense because he can't see Boa, can he? So he doesn't know she's pretty.
No, it wouldn't make sense.
It verifies my
He's
theory.
the
Though.
best person to sin. That's
My
hilarious.
theory basically right now is that now I know Fujitora is going to want to.
Why you say that?
Because Kobe's going to want to. Kobe's going
Okay.
to follow after Boa.
And I want to address
And he
the
didn't let people go.
He got
with that.
smashed up as well, didn't
they
he?
sent.
Oh.
Let me go real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to address the fact that they sent Fujitora the concept, because it's not a fact at the moment.
Right.
That they sent Fujitora after Boa. That means the Marines fully understand the people they're sending against these people. So they send the person who can't see the big titty sexy bitch.
All right.
You know what I mean? Throwing them things around.
It's not
So
right.
there's no way they sent random Marines to fucking Mihawk.
And was it 2.5 years ago at this point, we saw a captain who, remember, 2.5 years ago, who else was a captain?
Fucking
Smoker.
There we go. Thank you very much. And we saw him go against Zoro, a very powerful member of the Straw Hat crew, known for just cutting bitches to pieces. And that's when he lost 2 of his fucking swords.
Yeah.
Nope.
They have people who are ready for people. Understand that.
I think that was us, like a technicality on that one. So let's not bring up Zoro
No.
in the chat.
No. We're doing it though.
Oh, look at BDV. Don't smash my
He
Zoro.
was busting him to death, and God Usopp showed him the divine protection he needed. And put down the
No.
justice.
Oh,
Can we
no.
talk about Virgo and Sanji though?
Oh, no.
What about it? What
God
about it?
Usopp saw and was like, Sanji deserves this.
All is good now. We're good.
But
Oh,
you
laugh.
got to acknowledge that Fujitora was roughed up though, wasn't he?
Val knows exactly what to say. He's like,
He was roughed up. Who roughed him up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Say that again, Hunter. Say
That
that
nigga
again.
was 6 feet deep. What you mean? He was.
Wait,
saying
let Hunter go, let Hunter go
Fujitora
real
was
quick.
battered. Just saying Fujitora was a little bit battered there. So who the hell done that damage to him? Yeah, I can only think of Sabo.
Yeah, the guy with the
They
They
Maramara.
clashed. They
I
had
think it was
to.
Morley.
Not Zoro.
Stop
BP.
it. Stop that, sir.
I think it was Morley. I'm good at that.
Morley looked at him
Morley.
and he was like, I sees you.
And
I won't you.
How long?
He's
Think
doing
about it. What can Fujitora's gravity do to Morley when he gets deep on the ground though?
But maybe, or it could just be that they've been fighting for a while. That's a possibility. But no, I'm gonna go with maybe you're right. I was looking for the jacket because now that you mentioned it, to see maybe singe marks, any kind of blackness to indicate like burning or anything like that to kind of give away what happened or how he was hurt. But it's all fresh bandages and fresh clothes and coats.
One piece fire wounds do not leave anything.
And
Do not
the
leave
line, there's this
anything.
line that I wanted to address. For this to happen when we're already so busy, what a disaster.
Oh, man.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think various members of the Shishibukai are going to, I don't want to say jump ship, but ally themselves with the not straw hats, the various Yonko?
Yeah.
And which one do you think are going to get to the straw hat? Because I genuinely don't feel like Mihawk would do that. If anything, he would chill with Shanks.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Mihawk's.
Yeah.
I think
I
Buddy
was
was
Going
over
to
it.
Shanks.
But,
That's why they made the Shishibukai their priority because most of them are located in the New World, and that's where the
Right.
Yonko are. And it's always, been
Exactly.
established that if you're
I
there,
think,
Them before they
fighting
get
the
there.
Yonko, or
I think Buddy
True,
can go to Shanks as well.
imagine Amazon Lily linking up with Luffy.
that's what I'm saying. Like Luffy's gonna
Right.
get Boa, Mihawk's gonna go with Shanks. Fucking, I don't think Blackbeard needs any more people because he's getting his own people.
I got a question. Do you think
I don't know
Luffy
if
will have a moment
Idol,
where he's like,
oh,
God damn it, that's my wife?
Buggy would go to
Buggy would
to
probably go
Shanks.
Blackbeard.
No, I think he'd go Shanks.
I mean, if
He's
Blackbeard gets
oh,
on
he
first,
probably would go Shanks because
He would-
he's
yeah,
running
he would-
away.
He would
He
want
offered it
to,
to him before at Marineford anyway.
but
And
if
yeah.
Blackbeard pressed him like he pressed Moria,
Ooh,
yeah,
If
exactly.
Blackbeard get to him first,
Yeah.
I don't know if Blackbeard gets Weevil somehow, but I know Weevil's the opposite to Blackbeard because he killed Whitebeard.
I think Marco's gonna get Weevil.
Yeah, I think Weevil's going
Yeah.
to Wano with Marco.
Yeah, and that
Weevil
might put him
gonna
back in the
Mono.
power
That
battle.
would make more sense
Get
with
his crew
Mono
together,
going. Weevil
maybe
going
ally with
Mono.
Luffy in the Grand Fleet. Marco could be like, have a Yonko level close crew.
Yeah.
Him and Weevil.
Like Weevil would be good to join Luffy's squad.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
No,
He's probably would be needed because think about it.
no. If
A Grand Fleet member.
if anybody associated with Weevil is joining the crew, it's going to be fucking
Fucking.
what the goddamn hell is his name? Marco the Phoenix. There we
They
go.
got Mama Balkans going to Wano because she's part of the Rock.
No, remember,
Yeah,
she was on Rock's crew too, so she knows some shit. I feel like she might be more the target than they're like, kill Weevil, get that bitch. You know what I mean?
You know, all she
That would
vibes.
explain how she know to make Evil that fucking strong though.
Yeah.
Some way somehow she made him that strong. There's like if he's not Whitebeard's son, she made him that strong some way somehow.
This is a
See,
fact.
That's
I'm
it.
thinking a couple of ladies like Shaki and Dr. Correa would not have been a part of this crew because they're too monstrous and dangerous, and they don't seem like the kind of people that want to hang around with that kind of crew.
Now they don't, but Correja feels like 100% the kind of person that would be on Rock's crew, and because she's an old lady, she even
She
said
knows about
she's
the
gotten
thieves as well.
soft. No. She said she's gotten soft in her old age. So that means when she was a bitch, she was out here. Oh, you need health? Super cool. Let me pull out that rib, and now I'll bandage your. Like she was a fucking fucked up doctor.
I'll trade you your health for on your fingers.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, what you need? I just need an ear. Like, from,
That's the payment. That's the payment, bitch.
you know what I mean? Like, she seems like she could have totally been like the Rock's doctor, and I'll put some
Do we-
shit on that. I'll
She
put
was
some
a
shit on
Doc
that.
Q before Doc Q.
She was 110 years old when that shit happened. Understand? All right, she's 148 now, right? So she was 110 when that shit went down. She was already, which by the way, that's roughly middle age in One Piece for people. Maybe a little towards the back nine. That's equivalent to our 50s.
She must have been hella sexy back in those.
I bet she was. I bet she was a stunner.
So the average age for a person is 140, right?
Yes.
She's showing that.
Yeah, like 140.
Yeah.
She's in actual old age, being
Unless-
148.
Yeah, unless she had that surgery. Yeah, that's not.
Wait, no.
That's
I
not
thought
right.
like if like the average age is 140, you die around 140. So she would be past the prime of that. She'd be past the end phase of a normal person, but she's
Right.
living that long because she's a doctor. So when she was 110, she was an old lady fighting on the crew already. Like she was getting up there in age.
She's a Doc Q before Doc Q started.
10 is close to it,
Yeah,
So
and
she's
we don't.
actually over the old age.
And her skill as a doctor, the depths of it are another unknown. Like,
because she
just
was
straight
teaching
up and down.
Chopper, like she was able to teach Chopper world class medicine just in a couple months. So
To a
it was
fucking
Chopper's that
reindeer.
fucking strong, and she's that good of a teacher.
to a reindeer baby,
A reindeer baby that just became able,
right?
sentient, basically.
So
That's
her,
crazy.
so, yeah, exactly. That just further proves my point that
Mhm.
that she has a lot of potential to be really important to the Rock crew.
Because
and
she
I
said
think-
she was a pirate before, so yeah.
I
can't
think
wait.
it would be a real dope connection for Chopper.
I
You know what
really
mean?
hope that like boosts Chopper's like stake in the crew by him recruiting Correa.
Fucking needs something.
Like
What if
one
that's
of
the reason
the
she fucking exiled herself, or one of them? You know what I mean?
He has to do something as of late. They cured a disease in the prison, but other than that, it's not really much of nothing.
like if Dalton and the Sakura Kingdom, along with Correa, joins the Grand Fleet or some shit during the final war, think how fucking epic that shit would be. And it would be like because of Chopper. Like everyone, all the other Grand Fleet members would because of Luffy and Luffy alone.
No.
bringing in,
Because Zeph's gonna show up for Sanji.
No,
gonna
I'm
have-
saying like so far, like the
Oh.
initial Grand Fleet. Of course,
Oh,
other people
all
will be
right.
brought in, like the Baratie and other shit, but or whoever else he got, like the Kamabaka Kingdom, maybe. But that's kind of Luffy too.
Like Luffy owns so many islands already.
that was before
Sanji.
Sanji, so yeah, that goes more to Luffy.
Yeah,
Do you lot think like Roger was there without Rayleigh and that?
Sorry,
I don't
what?
think so. Do you think Rayleigh and all that the rest of the crew weren't there with Roger?
Oh,
They had to be there.
Yeah, like
Oh.
I think one of the things we're gonna find
I
out
think
as
it's
we go.
implied.
No, not like he just said Roger. Like if it was the crew, he would have said the crew, but it was just Roger.
Mhm.
Because think like these legends. Rayleigh was there. You got to say Roger and Rayleigh because that's
Or the
not
Rogers
what
pirate.
they about.
That
Yeah.
said, this is the unofficial translation. We got to wait till Monday.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
there
I'm
are
gonna say.
little tweaks that we
Right.
could be missing that would change the entire dynamic. And that's fair.
Exactly.
We definitely got to keep it with us. But as for right now, that's what the consensus would be. I would say because you can't leave Rayleigh out or Scopper or whoever else the fuck. Crocus was there. Well, Crocus, he ain't. It's Crocus. that nigga
Crocus wouldn't have been there. He only joined in the last end of the voyage.
So,
last
but
few
I'm
years.
saying, though, like he was just there to heal Roger. So he might have been there just to heal Roger, not even fight.
Nah.
His
If
whole
you look,
job-
no, stop that. nonsense.
He got in the crew
I'm
all
just
the
saying,
flashbacks,
bro,
all the
the last
pictures.
3
give me
years.
Crocus is there with a harpoon, ready to do some whaling. All right, my man is there.
He was a low dip the crew.
He was whaling. He was digging out Big Mum, wasn't he?
Yeah, He didn't
That's
give a fuck.
funny. That's funny.
dude. I'm
Okay.
saying Crocus comes back to help finish some crazy healing that Chopper can't manage.
And that's again healing. Where's the hands?
The hands are going to come when
Morgan's
he goes
was given
awakened monster point, because there's going to be a difference for Chopper because of all he's done, all the scientific experiments he's done on himself.
Right.
When he actually does actually awaken, not just force awaken with the Rumble Ball or turn into his big form, because he's done that because of the Rumble Ball. I think it'll be a whole different fucking
I have a question.
San Juan Wolf sized fuckery.
Yo, shout out to Nonsense Nap. Stay in the chat.
Yo,
what up, Nap?
nonsense.
But
You want
Valor,
in,
Good
bro?
nonsense.
One more. Wait,
Valor, real quick.
there's one
So
more spot if you want it.
So with Chopper, was he able to achieve his different forms solely because of the Rumble Ball, or could his fruit do that by itself? Because I'm not,
No, I think
It's
it's the
just
Rumble
Rumble
Ball.
Yeah.
Everything's been attributed to Rumble Balls.
but he doesn't take them now. So did he just mutate his fruit, or was that always a part of it? And he just needed the Rumble Ball to get to that form. Is what I'm saying.
I believe he trained himself over the time skip. Like he started adapting, trying to push his forms. Like how Zone has transformation herself.
Yeah.
Instead of him forcing it, he actually made it to the way he could do it himself. Because initially, what the Rumble Ball does, it puts his Zone form in overdrive. Like instead of him learning how to control his transformations, he just forces it into doing it.
So that means it's unnatural, or could any Zone do that if they get more mastery of their fruit?
I believe it's more mastery, because if you look at what Kaku did when he got his devil fruit with the zebra shit, there's no way in the world Zebra turns into a box or a neck. No.
Okay, cool. So I was just I'm telling you all this info. 'Cause
Love that box.
What's the agenda for Kaido having like all these weird transformations, and we haven't really seen Kaido's true form yet, because he can do Chopper shit. Like, think if we only saw Chopper and his big swole point when he got like the neck thing going on.
That's
Right?
true.
I think his strong point. Chopper, we wouldn't have the idea that he was just this little shit, this little reindeer.
True. That's why he was
like
running around
Andy.
the strong point for like his entire time on Drum Island.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they have that opinion of Chopper at that moment. It was like, oh, he's just a big dude. He's not. So if Kaido's the same way, it would kind of feed more into the whole Kaido being Napoleon shit, because he's like really small. That would be dope. And Kaido being in his fucking hybrid form all the time, or at least an offshoot of it.
Because if you look at it, like you can tell, there's lots of other zones that we've seen go in different transformations other than like their basic zone transformation, their hybrid transformation, and just full human transformation.
Yeah, it's like they only have those three, and only Chopper is the one shown to have multiple. And now we got fucking Morgans, who's always Albatross hybrid mode, and then we got Kaido, that's possibly another one.
Like if you look back in the story, say about like Miss Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah, she gonna
Like,
to that groundhog, right?
Yeah, she turns into a groundhog, but she still has a human feature, so it's a hybrid form.
Yeah,
But when she digs, her body somewhat transforms. She goes straight her claws out.
Yeah, the claws. Yeah.
So they're different. Yeah, once you master it, you could do more with your own, like
I see what you're
gain
saying.
aspects of it.
So with that, like,
I think part of it has to do with the fact that he got the human fruit, and
I think that's what I was.
are
That's
the
what I was
most
about to say.
adaptive species on the planet,
Yeah.
or one of the. So I
He
think
created
that has more to
fire.
do with it.
So there's another human fruit, because Chopper ate the human fruit.
That
The Buddha.
we're
There's
The
talking
Buddha
about.
from
Yeah, what's the name has the human
Oh no,
model
I
Buddha.
thought you were
Yeah.
talking about Kaido. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
he said
The only
Chopper.
two human
Confused, I was
fruits we've seen are whatchamacallit, are
Sengoku and
Sengoku and Chopper.
Yeah.
And Sengoku got the heavy end of that stick.
Yeah.
So then does that
But
mean
we don't
he
know
can
the
transform
depth?
more?
To be fair, we don't know the depths of this either. Like, we just know it's the human fruit model human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's just like the most generic fucking fruit.
My whole theory about
in an SBS,
Goku
somebody
is
asked what
superior.
would happen if just a human ate the human fruit, and Oda was like, I don't know, he would just get to know himself real good.
like my thing about human, like the
He'd be
Delta,
like
It's
Captain
just like his
America.
brain.
He'd be enlightened.
He'd be enlightened. Yes, exactly.
like my thoughts on Devil Fruits is basically what you could do.
See,
Is
there it
based
is.
on
All right.
imagination.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you.
Nonsense Snap in the chat, throwing it back. Give me. I thought Chopper said that that he messed with the wave frequency, and that's what allows him to unlock more forms. That's what I'm talking about. He was experimenting on himself. I was actually looking it up. That's why I've been kind of quiet and I couldn't find it. But he fucks with the wave frequency of his transformations that allows him to do it.
So
I
he mutated
part
his
of it
right?
helps that it's like the human fruit, but the other part of it is he experimented on himself.
Yeah, but BDV was giving examples of people who kind of morphs their fruit as well. So it's like they didn't mess with their fruit, but they kind of they like Box Giraffe and fucking Miss Wednesday kind of morphing as a shit like that. So it's like he unlocked forms, but I'm saying did he just mess with the potential of his fruit to get it faster because he could have once you,
or did he get something he wasn't
fruit, you can
to
do
have?
it yourself, like you can mess with the waves yourself, and that's what kind of unlocking the fruit is in essence. Or did he make a specific offshoot that no one else can do? Is what
Look at the jailers and Impel Down, right?
Mhm.
At the top part of their body is zone, but that bottom half is human.
Right.
That's
Those
wouldn't
are
they?
examples of awakened zones, specifically awakened zones.
But I'm saying those are different forms of zones because
But
if you look
that
at
might
Chopper,
be their only form though.
the way I said Chopper, he basically is forcing himself into those forms without learning them personally himself.
No. I'm saying like maybe awakening by itself is just you kind of get big and you kind of have human. It's like hybrid, like almost you go hybrid and then you go awaken. That's kind of what awakening is.
Yeah,
Human and the beast almost merged perfectly. But Chopper can stretch it. He can make it specific things about the fruit.
Right.
Do you think?
Basically,
So Vulture, do you think?
Huh?
Sorry, Vulture. Do you think then maybe like if Kaido gets Rumble Balls, he can do something stupid as well? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I think that I think that because Chopper, what he did was he basically put in a cheat code, ate the Rumble Balls, and unlocked the levels that fruit can already do. And I think Kaido has got there because of his apprenticeship on Rocks and the battles he's had and his sheer base strength and all the battles he's been through. Just like Haki can bloom, your fruit can kind of do the same thing. Because Haki's kind of been running parallel throughout the story as kind of like separate entities, but kind of like they intertwine in some kind of weird way. So I think fruits can kind of bloom just like, fucking Haki could bloom. So I think Kaido's is in that hybrid form, and he can like make himself extra big, like when he appeared in front of Kid, or
like BDV.
What?
He's in his awakened form.
I'm always awakened, bro.
Always awake.
Listen, Lord Flexenor, relax.
There we go.
I'm not. Ain't nothing.
Right.
I'm surprised I haven't been on that vest, man. Always swole.
Valen might have some John Wick tattoos underneath there, bro. You gotta be careful.
Hey,
I don't. I have one tattoo. I got it with a fish hook and ink, and it's on my leg.
I've got 9
Yeah,
tattoos.
he has a
They're
crescent
fucking
moon.
Random.
I have one tattoo.
He has a crescent moon on his leg.
Valen has a crescent moon.
BDV, I got that dragon on my leg, innit? The Kaido on my leg.
Oh, yeah, he does have
You got the scales.
Yeah, man. I didn't even realize it. I had it a long time ago before Kaido was even imagined, clearly.
This dude, you're the inspiration.
That's funny.
Kaido. That makes sense.
That's funny.
You got the tattoo by Oda.
All right, question. Should I read My Hero right now or no?
Did it drop?
Yeah, it dropped 11 hours ago. I didn't even notice because I mean, who did?
I'm not caught up, but
You said who did?
is everyone else caught up right now?
I'm not. I don't care.
I read One Piece and I went to work. I woke up.
Yeah, I read One Piece and I fell asleep and I woke up basically fighting all day.
I went to work. They was like, you fell up late. I'm like, it's Friday. What do you mean?
I've been in like 4 streams already today. Or 3 streams, and I'm about to be in the Ghetto Reverie.
They were like, dude,
When's like Ghetto Reverie happening?
That's going to be literally an hour and a half.
Oh shit! And you're gonna be in it?
Yeah. So that, I'm gonna eat.
And you can't go to the Ghetto Reverie. You better eat because you're gonna be drinking. I'm letting you know that now.
That's funny.
I don't have any
Yeah.
drinking in the house, so you have fun.
You gotta have alcohol because every time he has to sip, you have to sip every hour, like every 30 minutes. I think it's every 20 minutes.
The Ghetto Reverie.
He does. He fucks people's livers up from a distance.
But yeah, so on that note, we could keep talking about this for quite some time with all the conjecture we need, but I think right now the main point is we need more. This whet our appetite like a good steak.
See, the community's they're never happy. They always want more.
And never happy.
Odin gives all this like,
what more do you want?
Like, Odin, give us a little bit more. Then he's like, okay, I'll give you a little bit more. The community said,
one more thing before we go. That Buster Call nonsense.
We don't need more.
Who's put that Buster Call nonsense that's meant to be hacked through the Oda shit for the 4th of October next week?
All right, but on that note, we're gonna call it for now. Anybody want to say any last words?
Oh
Hunter?
yeah, let's do this. Final words.
Hunter, we'll start with you.
I can go last.
Thank you, Valen, for inviting me.
Not a problem.
I appreciate it. Thanks everybody coming in the chat. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's it. I'm done.
Yo, this is Vulture Valley. I just want to let y'all know that business is business, but Spider-Man is back in this bitch, and he ain't gonna go nowhere for a good year or so, and then he gonna come back. But I'm just happy that my boy is gonna continue his journey through his adolescence, figuring shit out about life, paying rent, fucking with these hoes, learning what shit is all about. And we don't see all that. And
good God.
We could have not got that. But we in this thing now. I might make a goddamn video about it because I'm hyped. And it's going to be in the city. I'm going to have to wash it every day. But it's going to be worn, you motherfuckers. Because I am great motherfuckers.
And they didn't take that deal, though.
He is endorsed by Sony.
They didn't take that bullshit deal.
Like next day, it's like, nah, we ain't going to do it.
Well, they didn't take the deal? Good. Okay, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's
Next
not.
Final thoughts?
Listen, no final thoughts. I've never got a final thought in my life.
Until it's over. You tell them. The bars.
Right there. That's the man.
That's dope as fuck, sir.
You're welcome.
I've never had a final thought in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Put that on the shirt.
Bars, man.
Damn. When you say it like that, fuck. That don't mean either. Shit.
I regret going last now.
He said, I regret going last.
Oh, no.
Right?
Really?
There goes SSG, sweet sour grapes.
So, PDV, final thought.
Here's my current thought. My final thought, since I can't say final thoughts.
Oh, don't bite. No biting, PDV, man. What you doing?
Straight copping the steams.
My thoughts basically is right now, I think everybody here, if you're watching stream, please like it, share it as much as possible. Val's good. He needs more subscribers, more followers on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Follow all these guys on Twitter, YouTube, wherever platform they're on. They're good peoples. Unlike me, I'm a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yo, lie.
Yep.
If you want answer,
You might as well just call this toilet talk because we all pieces of shit, sir.
Goddamn right.
That's gonna be the podcast right there.
I got corn kernels in me, so basically, if you want cancer, come to me, basically.
That's
But
right.
here's advice: if you find a female,
Just
right,
call him Roundup.
and you ask her, can she pay for the first meal, and she says no, drop the bitch, because
All right.
not worth
Facts.
it.
To wrap it all up,
Oh, ridiculous.
This
to wrap
man.
it all up, this chapter opened doors behind walls that we didn't even know were hidden by waterfalls. All right, Oda is a fucking master of exceeding, circumventing, and supplanting your expectations.
Say haiku.
So he can fly in from the left with a sledgehammer and
Does
just
he just come up with a haiku over his off top of his head?
don't fuck with my steeds, baby. You can bite Hunter. You can't bite this.
No, I can't mind. Mine was interrupted. I was building up steam. Like I'm sure Grant knows where that was going to go to.
Oh man, yeah. I'm glad you cut him off when you did.
In summary, don't buy host food.
Don't buy those.
See, John. See, my lessons teach people. My lessons teach people. Thank you.
Oh.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
No,
Thanks for
never a
stopping by,
problem,
man.
man. Never a problem.
Some hard hitting questions, letting us know we all ain't shit.
Here's example
And here,
one. Look at Struce and Big Mom. He bought her food. Look what happened.
dropping heavy bars.
Oh,
and
God.
Struce and Big Mom. He bought her food. Look what happened.
this has been Captain Valen, Hype Beast, Morgan, the Grand Shogun, Vulture Valley, and Hunter.
Look
Reminding
at
you that
Mother
life has
Caramel. She
every
brought Big
direction.
Mom.
So let's be there for each other and let's watch each other's backs like butt cracks. All right. Be good to each other. I'll see you in the referee.
Gold Rogers Bounty Reveal. Remember that shit.
Hey.
Remember that shit.